I used to grind my teeth at night. This title reminded me of that. That fact is scarier than the movie itself. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the brand new original film, and that is Night Teeth. I need your comments down below. It's about vampires, not dentistry. Let's do it. So to earn some extra cash, quirky college student Benny moonlights as a chauffeur for one night. His task, drive two mysterious young women, and these are kind of the headliners here. We have Debby Ryan and Lucy Fry around Los Angeles for a night of party hopping. But taken captive by his client's charm, he learns about his passengers and the fact that they have their own plans for him. They also have an insatiable thirst for blood. So as his night spins out of control, Benny is thrust into the middle of a clandestine war that pits rival tribes of vampires against their protectors of the human world, led by his brother, who will stop at nothing to send them back into the shadows. With sunrise fast approaching, Benny is forced to choose between fear and temptation if he wants to stay alive and save the city of angels. First off, Debby Ryan, Lucy Fry, they're kind of the focal points of the marketing, right? And then you throw in a Megan Fox and a Sydney Sweeney, and really, if you look at the cast, extremely talented across the board. But the character of note here is Benny, and I thought he did an incredible job of providing a lead that is both compelling but conflicted, one that you can get behind because he's faced with so many different obstacles and temptations. Blair does start to convey a bit of trust with the character of Benny and vice versa. And then you have Lucy Fry, Zoe, and she is very clearly the loose cannon of the bunch. She is completely off the wall at points in this film. So poor Benny just kind of gets stuck in this situation because it was supposed to be Jay at the start, and that's kind of who everyone was after. So once everything here is established and we understand who our characters are and why they're doing what they're doing, we are in this for the ride. I mean, literally the ride, but also the fact that you have all of this lore that is slowly being revealed to the audience, from the war that's going on in the background, all of these different factions across town. In comes Sydney Sweeney and Megan Fox. You also have Alfie Allen from Game of Thrones fame, of course, playing our villainous character. And there are a couple of villainous characters here, and a couple of ideas that are conveyed that could have been expanded upon so much more than what they actually were. The thing that captured my interest the most at the beginning, other than one of the main relationships that is formed, I'll get into that here in just a second, is the fact that you have so much lore that could have been built up and built around to make for a fascinating movie, because the plot itself, where they're taking Benny and kind of their mission, how those character arcs are going to come back around at the end, all of that is predictable. And I just wasn't as on board as the film wanted me to be, because I saw exactly where it was going, and some of the character decisions here are just so cliche and really plot points in general. It's a movie, it's an idea that we've seen before. What captured my interest at the beginning and just was never fleshed out to the degree that I believe it should have been is everything going on in the background. But unfortunately, that's what the film never really hits upon. Instead, we're focusing on this main journey with our three characters as they run into different characters and situations. At one point, we run into Alexander Ludwig, who's playing someone, and of course, you have everything going on with Victor in the background. Even Zoe, right? She's established as the loose cannon, okay, but there are points to where I'm just like, I really wish we could dive more into this, because even though we have all of this lore in the background and the fact that there could have been some really interesting, violent, R-rated vampire scenes, because there's a lot of violence that happens in this film, but most of the time it's happening off screen or the camera cuts away to where we can't see it. So fans of that who want to see that darkness, that blood and gore. I mean, the movie's called Night Teeth. Look at the poster. You expect that from a film like this. Well, you're really not getting it. It's focused way more on the road trip, but unfortunately, the writing never does a good job of conveying the why of it all. And when we start to dive into the why, it's much more uninteresting than what I thought it would be. And the progression of the plot and the character arcs and the relationships. And honestly, the predictability didn't bother me as much as the actual mishandling of the lore here, which again just rubbed me the wrong way because it's like you had so much that you could have done here. Now, I will come back to the fact that I was intrigued by Benny and Blair's relationship. I thought they had great chemistry. Every time they were on screen and diving more into that relationship, it worked extremely well. But all of this stuff happening in the background, wasting Sweeney and Fox's characters and just not really going deeper thematically. Just a lot of missed opportunities that made Night Teeth and disappointment at the end of the day. I'm not going to say it was terrible because there are plenty of great ideas in this film. And again, I enjoyed the chemistry, but it never goes beyond that. It never goes deeper. I also do want to mention the visuals super quick. I thought the neon look to it all worked extremely well. Enjoyed the color correction. Cinematography, not the best I've ever seen, but overall, I thought it worked visually, and I need your comments down below. Did you enjoy this film? What are you watching for Halloween in the month of October? The story chooses to play it safe with its style and how deep it dives into the lore. Night Teeth features good chemistry between the main trio, but their journey is a bit too conventional. I'm going a 50% for Night Teeth. Again, I saw some things I liked here, but overall, they just didn't dive deep enough to bring me back, to intrigue me, to engage me on the level that it could have. So I need your thoughts down below. Did you enjoy this movie? And like I said, what are you watching? We're almost to Halloween, y'all. We're getting scary. I'll see you guys soon.